morning everyone. Today we woke up in Fuerteventura, which is our last stop before we head back to Tenerife. We started the morning like how we started every morning at the breakfast buffet, but this is actually the first time I filmed it. Good morning everyone, we have arrived at Fuerteventura and we actually don't have much time here at all, which is kind of sad, but also all the public transport workers and people who do the shuttles for the various excursions to do with the cruise are all on strike today. So a lot of people's excursions have been cancelled because the workers aren't working. So there's not a huge amount of stuff we can do here today anyway. And today was actually the one day we wanted to do an excursion and go to one of the beaches on the northern part of the island called Coralejo. But because the transport workers and also apparently some of the taxi drivers are also on strike, we can't do it. But there is a beach just about a 20-minute walk away, so we're going to try and go there, but I kind of feel like everyone's got the same idea, so it might be very, very packed, but we will see. We spent the morning at the buffet and then now we're coming here.
What up, squad? Welcome to the real show. This is gonna be the best part of the vlog because I'm gonna feature the most in it. It's not for the video, it's for posterity. Love you, future Becca. I also love you, current Becca.
So in case you didn't know, because I wasn't aware before doing a cruise, you get given a little plastic card that has all your passport details on it and other information, and that's what you use to get on and off the bus, and they just scan it and yeah, and then it's easy. And this is Playa Chica. So it's about a 20-minute walk from our ship, which is actually behind this ship, but as suspected, everyone is here. Beach time! Plane!
There it comes.
Cool.
Yes.
Whee! Communal thing we've got going on where everyone just comes out onto their balconies to watch us leave. Quite cute. So it's our second to last night here on the cruise, and this is what I'm wearing for this evening. It's from Zara, but I got it from a charity shop we love. One thing I love about the evenings is that every day they bring to us, to our cabin, the horizon. It's like getting post. It's very cute. They just leave it outside your door and it tells you everything that is happening the next day. So it gives you all the timings of all the activities and workshops you can do, and yeah, restaurant and bar openings. Very handy. I love it when we get this. That night we decided to go to the Glass House and get tapas for dinner. One thing about the Glass House is that you can't pre-book it, so you just have to turn up and wait until it's your turn. But the tapas was delicious, so it's worth the wait. Good morning from Tenerife. It is our last full day on the cruise. We are sleeping overnight on the cruise and then we head back home to London tomorrow. But we get to explore Tenerife for an entire day. And of course, we're heading to the beach because it is the hottest day on the trip. So we're actually taking the bus, like public transport bus, about half an hour down to one of the local beaches. A single bus ticket costs €1.25, and if you take the 9:10 bus from the port all the way to the very end of the line, you end up at a beautiful beach, and this is exactly what we did, and we passed some lovely scenery of the mountainside as well. Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
The sand's so soft.
Maybe all the way around the end, it's much quieter.
True. Beach surrounded by mountains. Very cool. So we've just arrived at Playa de Las Teresitas. It was about 20 minutes on the bus, on the 9:10 bus, which you can get just outside of the port. And we got 2 single tickets. You can pay with cash or card. We paid with card. And yeah, about 20 minutes on the bus, and you come to this beautiful, stunning beach. It is very warm today. I can't get over that it is the 29th of November. And this is the weather we are currently experiencing. I'm so used to it being cold and wet back home, and I've never done a hot holiday at this time of year, so this is a first, but I am loving it and I think I should do this every year. This beach is so stunning, surrounded by loads of mountains. The sand is so soft, a lot softer than the beach we went to yesterday in Fuerteventura, but that was right by the port, so kind of expected it not to be the best. But this is stunning! Can't believe we're here! It is our last night on the cruise. It's so sad, but of course we are dressed up. I'm wearing my lovely Ralph Lauren dress and Toby looks handsome as well. But we have already basically packed up, as actually on a cruise you have to put your luggage outside the night before you disembark between 5 p.m. and midnight so that they can take it from your cabin all the way back to the UK. We're not going to see our bags until we land in London at 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. So that's kind of crazy, but it also does take a lot of stress out of things. Well, kind of, because I will be wondering where the hell my bag is, but there we go. Tonight we are eating at the Beach House, which is one of the restaurants that you can pay extra for on board. We're gonna see what food it does and hopefully it's really nice. And if it's not, we'll just go to one of the free meals that you get included in your cabin payment anyway, so it should be fine. It's hard to explain the Beach House because the Beach House becomes a restaurant but is based inside the buffet restaurant. So it's hard to explain, but the food was still very, very tasty, and we both ended up having a steak and it was delicious. And then after dinner, we headed to the Azura Orchestra, who were performing in the Malabar. to our last morning here in Tenerife and on the cruise. So we have to be out of our cabin by 8 a.m, which is very, very early, but of course they have people arriving today who will be staying in this cabin. So yeah, we got to be out early, which is why we were kind of able to watch the sunrise this morning. It's currently about 7:30, so we will be leaving very shortly. Our flight's not until 3:45 in the afternoon, so we do get some time to chill on board and have some food. Like, we're not rushing anywhere, which is quite nice. And then we have to meet at one of the Freedom Dining restaurants called the Meridian, which was great. Loved the food there. Highly recommend the Freedom Dining. I don't know what club dining is like. So club dining is where you get assigned a specific time to go every single day, and I think I would hate that, but luckily we were assigned Freedom Dining, so luckily we could choose when we wanted to go eat and where, because there's 2 Freedom Dining restaurants on board. But yeah, we have to meet at the Meridian at, I think it is 11:45, to then get the coach for 45 minutes to go back to Tenerife South Airport and get on the plane, which is so sad, but honestly it's been a wonderful experience. This is our first cruise and I would happily do another one. The only thing I'd say was slightly against us enjoying this cruise was that our cabin was clearly above something, because oh my god, it was so loud and everything jiggled every time it moved. Like, I did not get a good night's sleep on this, which is really upsetting, because I heard a lot of people say, oh yeah, you sleep really well because the boat's rocking, but our cabin rocked too much in my opinion. Our cabin's at the very end of the corridor, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I wish I did know the answer so I could say, if I book another one in the future, don't give me that cabin at the end. But it did mean we get a slightly bigger balcony and a slightly different balcony to everyone else, because our balcony overlooks like everyone else because it's on the corner, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's been a wonderful experience, and now we have to go home back to our normal lives and back to cold, wet England. Not good. Thank you, cabin with the really comfy bed but also kind of noisy room. You were fun for our first experience. So this is the aqua pool, and this is where you have 2 jacuzzis, although one was never open when we were on board, but they play films during the day on the big screen, which is pretty cool. Me and Toby love playing this game called Patchwork, but he keeps winning, so he's annoying me. This is the very front of the ship, and on the left inside is the gym. So if you go to the gym, you get a really nice view while you're sailing, because you're at the very front of the ship. We did come here earlier in the week, but it was really windy. So we've come on our last morning to enjoy the view of Tenerife. And before we knew it, it was midday and we were getting on the coach to go to the airport, which was so sad. Anyway, luckily, because they'd already taken our luggage the night before, we didn't have to check in or do anything. They had already printed off our boarding passes as well. So all we had to do was turn up at the airport and get on the plane. Unfortunately, our plane was slightly delayed. Sometimes, unfortunately, delays happen. You just deal with it and move on. As we were flying out of Tenerife, we were lucky to see Mount Teide, which was incredible to see from such high above it. Teide is a volcano on Tenerife Island, and its summit is the highest point in Spain and the highest point above sea level in the islands of the Atlantic, which is crazy. We also flew over the port where our cruise ship was docked, so it was nice to say one last goodbye to it. Once we landed back in London, everything was okay because our suitcases made it home as well. I hope you enjoyed this cruise vlog. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't watched my other cruise vlogs, you can watch them now as they are all published on my channel. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more travel related content, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye!